Well, how's it going, guys? It has been another couple of years once again, hasn't it? Another couple of years. Well, I have some news now. And I'll go into more detail about things in a little bit, but we'll go ahead and give the news for those of you who just want to watch the video for that. I will be streaming on Twitch now. I have started my channel there. I've gotten the equipment already set up and ready to go. And so this weekend, if all goes as planned, we will start streaming Saturday evening, probably about, I'll say 5, but it may be 4, it may be 6. We'll just around there somewhere. We'll start streaming on Twitch, my first stream. And since it's the first one, we're going to do a pretty simple game to make sure everything is going smoothly. So Saturday evening, if you will join me on Twitch for some Mario RPG, I will be more than glad to see anybody come out there and watch that stream. Now, as far as everything else goes, that's what I plan to do, is stream on Twitch. And I will take some of those streams, break them up, and upload them to YouTube. But other than that, I'm pretty much focused on Twitch. That could change in the future. But as of right now, we're just streaming on Twitch. And I'm getting a schedule together now, so we'll try to do that several times a week for a while each time too. So that's the big news. If you want to go follow me on Twitch and Twitter as well, so you get a better idea of when streams will happen, that would be great. I would much appreciate that. And so that's probably why most of you who watch this video, that's probably the information you wanted. But there are a couple of other things I want to cover as well. As you can notice on your screen, we have a nice fat G. And that's because we are going back to GRAC. And that is because, honestly, that just is more of who I am. That's what I started the channel as on YouTube. That's what we're going to do on Twitch as well. And we're doing that because, to me anyway, the name Gracker is it's odd. It's kind of funny. It's not very cool. And that's pretty much me. That's my personality. And I think that name just fits a whole lot better than the name I tried to change it to a couple of years ago. So we're going back to GRAC, and I'm actually pretty happy about it. So that's that explanation. Now, for those of you who have stuck around and endured these absences that I've had, 1, I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. 2, I haven't ignored you guys. I just haven't checked my YouTube messages, so I apologize for that. And lastly, oh my gosh, I completely blanked. Anyway, I just appreciate you guys continuing to support me, and to all you new subscribers as well. I appreciate you coming in, checking out the content enough, and liking it enough to hit the subscribe button. And I hope you guys will also join me on Twitch as well. Now, to those of you, especially those of you, really to everyone, but I feel like I owe especially those who have been subbed for a long time and sat through these absences, I feel like I owe you an explanation as to what's been going on. And it's pretty simple. And I'll try to keep a very long story short. A couple of years ago, when I was recording again and living at my parents', I just had a completely awful setup to record. I had to build a station to record every time I wanted to. I didn't have any way of hearing the game audio because of the setup. And then after that, it took probably twice as long as the video was to edit it, and then the same amount of time to render it. And then about a 20-minute episode probably took over an hour, about 70, sometimes 90 minutes or so to upload. So if I recorded for an hour there, it would take upwards of 4 hours to record or to upload that entire hour's worth of recording. And so that really got old. I got really tired of that. And it got better when I moved into the apartment last January of not this year, but last year. The only thing though that was better was the internet. Other than that, everything was the same. I still had a very poor setup, nothing to really help me as far as that goes. And so again, that got old and I kind of just fell off. And what contributed to the break was just the crazy changes I had in my life last year as well. I went from living at my parents' in a, you know, a toxic relationship, but to be fair, it was toxic for both of us, not just one of us. But I went from that situation through the next 9 months. Here's what changed. Well, for one, I was jobless living at my parents in that relationship. And then over the next 9 months, I started my business, which is doing great now. I started my business, ended that relationship, met somebody else, and I actually got engaged about 6 or 7 months after we started dating, and also bought a house. So some major life changes happened last year, and that chaos also led to a long break as well. But we're here now. We're here in the new house. We still have the wedding coming up, but we've pretty much done all the showers and where I've done I've done all of my commitments to it until the actual wedding. Excuse you. I have 3 dogs, and so they are now roughhousing in the background. But what the hell was I saying? Oh, just some major life changes, and the chaos of that really made it difficult to go back to recording. But now we're in the house. We've been here almost a year, so we're settled in. I'm not moving apartment to apartment every year anymore, which is super nice. It is, oh my gosh, it's so nice to be in one place. So that's stable. She is very supportive of my hobby, and that is fantastic as well. That's extremely helpful for her to be so supportive and to want me to. She wants me to do the hobby, which is great. But anyway, the whole point of that was to say that everything is much more stable now. And I can finally schedule some time and actually do this, because now my setup is so much better. I have like a big computer desk with all of my consoles hooked in and the recording stuff and my laptop, and it's all in one place. I'm plugged directly into the modem, so it's just so much better of a situation now than it used to be. Anyway, I've ranted for much longer than I intended to. I said I was going to keep a long story short, and I guess I kind of did. But anyway, thank you guys for your support over the years, and we will start streaming on Twitch. So I hope you guys will want to join me over there. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, yada yada. And I hope to see you guys for some streams sometime soon. Thanks for watching.